To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez, Andy Ruiz Jr. Get this. Canelo states on Andy Ruiz, he says he no longer comes to training. Canelo Alvarez on Andy Ruiz say that he has been a no-show. He's revealed that the boxer Andy Ruiz has not shown up to train at the gym ran by Eddie Reynoso. The Destroyer is not the first fighter to abandon ship, as Ryan Garcia revealed on February 28th on Twitter the reasons why he left the Canelo team, making it very clear for the coach the only important fighter is Canelo, while other fighters do not receive the same attention. Alvarez denied the situation. Okay, Eddie has time for all fighters. You can ask everyone. If you take the time to be in the gym and train properly, Eddie will always be there. That's what Canelo said. He said you can ask Oscar Valdez, Frank Sanchez. I don't know what happened to Andy Ruiz. It's the same as Ryan Garcia. It came one day and then it didn't come anymore, said Canelo. Okay. So, wow. Andy Ruiz has dropped off Team Reynoso. Is this a good thing? Hell no. But is it surprising? Hell no. Why? Think about Andy Ruiz's history. Let's just take a minute. Andy Ruiz, before he got famous, don't get me wrong, before that big opportunity that he had with AJ, Andy Ruiz went from Freddie Roach, Abel Sanchez, then Manny Robles. Now he talked to Teddy Atlas, and Teddy Atlas pretty much showed him and told him, and he didn't want to go near Teddy, which made sense because Teddy would have probably kicked him out. Then he's now with Reynoso. Now he's not with Reynoso. But and also you look at his history. You look at Andy's history on his fights. He didn't do anything in 2020. You know, he ran and did like some Weight Watcher shit, but other than that, he didn't fight. He ducked 2 fighters. He claimed that Dillian White and the money that they were going to send him wasn't real, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Then he ducked Luis Ortiz. Then he comes back and fights Chris Arreola, which was 40 years old, gets chinned by Chris Arreola, that drops him, right? Hurts him again in the third, and then they give him a lopsided win. Damn, starts a riot and that was last year, like around May or something like that. Dude, it's March of the next year, and we haven't seen him. He supposedly had some type of bullshit knee injury, which I don't believe. I'm just going to be real. I don't believe it. I don't know what kind of surgery he had, but it didn't stop him from fighting, but he didn't fight. Okay, because he was already doing squats and shit. You don't do squats after a knee surgery. Come on, bro. You're talking to a person that knows 2 knee surgeries, because my father had 2 knee surgeries, not me, right? But you don't do those type of activities when you have surgery. You know what I mean? You don't put any type of pressure like that on your knees after having that type of surgery. So him not showing up with at the Reynoso gym is not a surprise. What is a surprise, though, is the fact that Eddie Reynoso hasn't kicked him out. You know, it surprised me he didn't kick Ryan Garcia out. Because if Ryan Garcia was doing the things that they said he was doing, according to Eddie, like, yo, you can't do that, because he supposedly told Andy Ruiz, like, if you're going to come and bullshit your way with like all these other people like Sanchez, like Robles, you know, and Freddie Roach and all these guys that you fucking work with that had everything bad, didn't really have everything good to say about you, let's say it that way, then you can step. Well, these guys are quitting. Maybe Eddie Reynoso is just putting them through strenuous training that they don't want to do if they don't have a fight planned. See, I've been disinterested in Andy Ruiz for a long time, for the last 2 years, because he hasn't done anything in 2 years. That's why. And the shit he's pulled, it just looks like a one-hit wonder to me. And he got the rematch by default, made twice as much as he made from the biggest fight purse of his life, June 1st, 2019. Okay, and then he just totally got outboxed and made him just put on a piss poor, pathetic ass a performance against Anthony Joshua in the second fight. And then at that point, he didn't really do anything. So no, it doesn't surprise me. Andy is known to be lazy. I don't give a shit how much weight you lose. If you're lazy, you're slothful, you have that spirit within you. And he showed us who he was when he got beat again by Anthony Joshua. He showed, I'm not that dude to stay at top. You remember Josecito Lopez when he took out Victor Ortiz? At least Josecito Lopez was a guy that at least fought everyone else, because he got the Canelo fight, he got the Keith Thurman fight, he got a lot of other fights, right? But at least he fought them. Andy Ruiz didn't do that. Andy Ruiz got that one fight, clocked Anthony Joshua with that left hook to the temple, then started welling him in the back of the head, knocked him down 4 times, became the unified heavyweight champion, and then got fat, hung out with the Logan Pauls, and did this and did that, came in at 300 pounds, got the shit boxed out of him in a foreign country. That's what happened. And we never heard from him again until he took a tune-up fight and got chinned then. We ain't heard from him since. So, no, I'm not surprised that Andy Ruiz has left the Reynoso gym. The Reynoso gym is for the winners. Okay? They're for the guys that really want to put in work. You don't hear Frank. You don't hear Oscar. Why? Because those guys have fights. Okay? Now, does this mean will he go back? I don't think he will after hearing that. Because when Canelo dropped that bombshell on him and saying, hey, he doesn't even show up no more, he'll probably, they wanted Anthony in there and I felt disrespected. They were going to train him. But this is what I say. Good. You know why? Because they got Frank Sanchez. They got a heavyweight. They got an undefeated Cuban heavyweight defector that is high in climbing the ranks by taking out Efe Ajagba, the next Deontay Wilder, right, in training, right? So, yeah, they don't need Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz's better fights and better times are behind him. I hope he saves some of that damn money, because I don't see him fighting like that, and I don't see him fighting on an elite level anyway. Okay? I just don't see that. And for what it's worth, it's good that he left the Reynoso'S so they don't have a conflict of putting him against Frank Sanchez, because if Andy wants to do anything, he's going to have to go to Frank. Or if Frank wants to do anything, he's going to have to take out guys like Andy Ruiz. Why? Because that PBC shit is real. That consortium of fighters, they fight each other. And Frank eventually is going to have to fight Andy Ruiz, and it won't be a conflict. So I'm all for it. You guys tell me what you think about Canelo Alvarez stating that Andy Ruiz has not shown up, has dropped off the face of the earth, for all we know, has quit the Reynoso'S gym. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.